Nintendo Switch brought a multitude of Pokemon games, some better than others. But one seems to stand above the rest. Pokemon Legends Arceus, a game released only a few years ago, and yet it evokes a feeling of nostalgia. From the mysterious soundtrack to menacing Pokemon, a boss battle that caught the whole world off guard.
Beat him!
I think if you asked anyone what the best modern representation of the Pokemon video game franchise was, they would all agree. So can voice acting make it better? Let's find out together. At the start of this game, we're introduced to Arceus, the literal god of all Pokemon. So of course I'm gonna voice act him. Who wouldn't want to be the voice of God? But of all the adjectives I've heard used to describe my voice, godly wasn't one of them. So to do this right, I gotta dig deep. I imagine God to have a voice so thunderous it could shake the earth. It's low, it's powerful, and somewhat, well, menacing. With all that in mind, I threw myself at the lines and this is what I ended up with.
He and the Pokémon that walked beside him.
A strong baseline, but I need to take it further. Whilst I imagine God to have a strong and powerful voice, I also imagine it's somewhat etheric, has an astral plane type vibe. So I got to work, messing with formants, playing with spatial delays and plate reverbs, EQing and multi-band compressors, and finally, I had exactly what I needed. A voice from the heavens! I got all my lines in place, put on the final touches, and here's how the finished scene turned out.
Ray. Thou hast done well to seek out all Pokémon. Unflagging devotion to a goal shalt see it through. So hast thou proven by thine actions, much as that ancient hero once did. He and the Pokémon that walked beside him. To see such truths proven anew, beyond the bounds of time and space, bringeth joy to me. I am glad that I chose thee to call to this world. As thou walkest onward upon thine own path, upon thee, and upon this creation where thou now dwellst, I bestow my blessing, and I bestow upon thee a part of myself. I would walk this world together with thee. Show me how it appeareth in thine eyes.
Coming off that powerful, godly voice, I wanted to try a sillier, more whimsical character, maybe with some questionable wardrobe decisions, like Professor Laventon, a lovable character who's an integral piece of the story from beginning to end. I decided to just take that silly, fun personality and record some lines right away. I got nothing. What does a sock hat wearing scientific Galarian professor in the land of Hisui even sound like? Wait, I know exactly what I need to do. I went back to the drawing board, doing more research and analyzing every detail of the character. And then it clicked.
I've got it!
I decided to give Laventon a higher, more nasally voice. Put the goofy and quirky personality behind it, and boom! Laventon. With all my lines recorded, I added music, put the final touches on the scene, and here's how it turned out.
This way, if you please, young Ray. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy Expedition Team. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. That impressive building up ahead is the Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Oh, botheration. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokémon. Might I ask that you wait for me at the Wallflower Canteen? I'll be back before you can say Pokeball.
Next, I wanted to voice possibly my favorite character in the entire game, Volo. He has such a unique progression, starting out as a fun, jolly character, but ending up as one of the most evil villains to ever exist in the world of Pokemon. I'm actually underselling this. This guy's batshit crazy! He literally sold his soul to the devil, tore open the rift in the sky, and tried to destroy the entire world. But before he summoned Satan, Volo's character as a merchant of the Ginkgo Guild frequently visited the story in an uplifting way? You see, when I looked back over the story, I couldn't help but feel that the uplifting, cheerful vibe that I originally thought he had was actually a fake and forced demeanor. It made me realize just how important voice acting can be to build context around a character. Anyways, for his voice, I decided to go for that uncle that you hate to see at the Christmas party. You know, the one that comes over like, "Hey, sport, still playing those video games? When are you gonna get a real job?" I tried to really embrace that emotion. And after some trial and error, I think I had a pretty solid take on this side of Volo. But I wasn't the only voice in this scene. So here's Kiefer.
Steve! Step me up, brother! What's good, dog?
Kiefer's gonna voice act Ray, the main character. And whilst he only has one short line in this video, we worked together to craft a voice for Ray, keeping a youthful, carefree tone to make sure he felt oblivious to my every lie. With all the lines recorded, I got everything in place, added some music, ambience, and the final touches. And here's how the scene turned out.
Why, hello there, Mr. Ray. On your way to meet Iscan, I see. Me? Oh, I'm on the hunt for some plates. How's your plate hunt going, young friend?
So, I guess.
No need to be humble. I see you've already got your hands on 4 plates. You gain plates when you quell frenzied nobles, and when a great Pokémon recognizes you as worthy of bearing. Isn't that right? The way you've been collecting those plates, it reminds me of the ancient hero, the one said to have battled against Almighty Sinnoh. You know, I've been wondering, the 10 Pokémon that are said to have followed the ancient hero, their powers are supposed to have come from Almighty Sinnoh itself. Why would they seek to challenge Almighty Sinnoh along with the hero then? Perhaps we'll get some answers once we've gathered all the plates? Well, let's both do our best to find more, but please don't overexert yourself. I'd hate for something to happen to one of our guild's loyal customers.
Next up, I really wanted to dig deep into the emotions of Volo. So I chose the moment when Volo revealed that he was the villain all along. Funnily enough, when I planned to voice this scene, I thought it was gonna be like full evil voice. I even labeled the script as evil voice in all caps. But when I finally hit record, it didn't feel evil at all. It felt like a genuine psychotic break. Like Volo had been holding everything in for so long that he finally just snapped. Something I haven't talked about much is how I approach voice acting through a kind of method acting. When I perform, I mentally become the character. I try to feel what they feel. So yeah, this scene, it was crazy. I was literally ripping my hair out trying to embody Volo's breakdown. Let's just say both me and my hair are very happy this scene is recorded. I added some music, ambiences, put on the final touches, and here's how the finished scene turned out.
The temple lies in ruins now. Columns cracked and broken, like pillars now turned into spears, stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of Giratina. Something bothering you? I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there has been one question that has consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? It was in an attempt to answer that question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space-time. After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't do the trick. So, then I had you gather the fragments, just as the murals of the ruins directed. 18 plates, said to be the fragments of that all-encompassing deity.
18? I thought there were only 17 plates.
Yes, you hold in your hands 17 of them. So you must be wondering, where is the last one? Why, it's right here!
Arguably one of the coolest scenes ever created in a Pokemon game is the reveal of Giratina. And although there aren't many words, it's a scene I have to do right. I need to give it the same dark and powerful performance that it calls for. Unlike fake Volo or psychotic Volo, I truly need to embrace Volo's evil heart. But after I recorded my single line and played back the scene, I couldn't help but feel that there was something missing, just an emptiness that loomed over the entire cutscene. So I decided to do something small, one additional line and some evil laughter, just enough to fill the space and tie the scene together. I won't go into the details of how long it took, 37 different takes, and I won't mention the fact that I lost my voice for 3 days after this. All I'll say is, I hope you enjoy the finished scene.
Behold! Lord of the Underworld! Giratina! Strike him down!